All right, and welcome back, everyone. I am joined by a player and coach from Orgless. That's right, I'm joined by, I believe it is Nebula and Jig. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, yourself?
Good, thank you.
I am doing pretty well.
All right, so who is who in this case? So Nebula, are you a player, and Jig, you're the coach, correct?
That's correct.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to start with this question I'm going to go with Jig. How did Orgless come to form?
This Orgless team has Neb, who is a former teammate of mine, and then MX Reaper, who is also another teammate of mine. So 3 of the 6 guys on this roster, I am the coach. So 2 of the guys are my former players. So I know their strengths. I know how they react under stress. They have a lot of great attributes, and the history is about 2 months ago, Neb was like, Jig, before you retire, you want to coach in T3 lands. And I was like, you know what? These are my guys. Why not one more time?
It's really great to hear. And so I will bring this over to you, Nebula, now on how far you guys feel you guys have come as a team. So we've heard your journey, but how do you feel your team is doing?
The vision is CL. That's our end goal there. And I'm personally looking to get the best players possible. I want the best on my team. And where we're looking is there's a lot of US players that I think are just really strong, and there's some also really good Canadian players, but I pretty much just kind of put the team together with what worked best. We went through a lot of players, looked at what worked, what didn't work, and we kind of just came to a conclusion that our CCL roster is going to look completely different from what our real roster will look like. So,
well, and we looked at CCL because we had some really good Canadians in Vazdex and Smithers. Neb is Canadian, and we had tried to put together a team for the Canadian Challenger League last year, if you guys remember that. It's now disbanded into or resolved into more of like a NACL. But we had reached out to a group of pretty talented Canadians. We had tried to make a run through the qualifiers last year, and then when this opportunity came up, Neb pulled me back, and it at first started out like, hey, let's get Reaper back in, let's get you Jig as a player back in, and then we have Vaz, Smithers, and Neb. And then as we kept playing and investing more time, and we got to see what other opportunities we got with other players, we were like, why don't we extend this team out to let's compete in CCL, which is a great opportunity. It gets guys' names out there. There's a lot of talent. And then it expanded to, well, we got these 2 collegiate players that we were super impressed with, both Americans, IMAT and JetCon. And we were like, why don't we use this as a platform for a lot of our testing, experimenting, getting exposure to game day, and see where it takes us.
Well, you answered a lot of my questions with that one, so I'm assuming you guys feel pretty good about competing in CCL, and it should help you guys out along the way with getting towards your goal. Now, I have to ask, are there any teams that you are concerned about going into the season that you know are going to be one you're going to have to look out for?
I'll answer that one. I personally don't see any teams as real competition to us. I would like to kind of get some game day experience for the guys. And yeah, I really don't see us losing any of the games. So
now, moving a little bit more away from the team side of things, I was wondering, and I'll give this to Nebula first. How do you feel about the current meta, and are there any ops that you personally really enjoy playing or don't enjoy playing against? Anything along those lines?
So the current meta, I think, is a joke. And we've kind of advanced past that meta already. We're already looking ahead to the more Europe and Latin meta of being extremely aggressive. So we just kind of dominate map control, and we don't really give teams a chance. So the meta's completely shifted in our eyes from like a utility meta to more of a, if you can't win your initial gunfights in drone game, you're going to lose this round. So that's pretty much where we've shifted to.
I'm really glad to hear that, and thank you for so much insight into Orgless. So I think that rounds off all the questions that I have. Now, is there anything you want to say to possible future opponents or future fans, even a message to them?
Don't disband.
Don't disband.
Don't disband. Just play it, have fun, and learn from it, and we'll see how it goes, win or lose.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
I think a lot of people will be surprised, and I think those that know us personally and who have been around some of the community for a while, they will not be surprised. There have already been Twitter comments about certain players being on this team, and we're just like, just wait. See what happens on game day. They'll be very prepared, and it'll be fun.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, and we will be seeing you on either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure when your game is, but best of luck to both of you, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys.